Welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad. So students, today we'll see the important MCQs. So let's go into the first MCQ. So you can see on the screen, so which financial body has approved US dollars 125 million support program for the Resilient Kerala initiative? So which financial body has approved 125 million US dollar support program for the Resilient Kerala program? So the answer is World Bank. So World Bank has approved 125 million US dollars financial support for Kerala, mainly for its Resilient Kerala program. So this loan has a maturity period of 14 years and a grace period of 6 years. So you know that in 2018 Kerala was affected largely because of the heavy monsoons. These monsoons led to devastating floods and landslides in Kerala. Nearly 5 million people were affected, mainly in the Pamba River basin. So Kerala has started this Rebuild Kerala initiative, mainly to build a disaster resilient infrastructure. So that is why the World Bank has approved this dollars 125 million US dollars loan for the state of Kerala. So also remember points like the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan, the World Bank headquarters Washington, and World Bank is formed in 1944, and the World Bank President David Malpass. So we'll go into the next MCQ, where according to the INRA, the Indian Rating and Research Credit Rating Agency, so what is the projected GDP growth rate of Indian economy for the year 2021-2022? So what is the GDP growth rate for the year 2021-2022? The answer is 9.6. Answer is 9.6. So earlier they estimated 10.1 because of the COVID second wave and lockdowns in majority of the states. They reduced it to 9.6. They revised it to 9.6. And if vaccination is not completed in time, then they are expecting that India's growth rate will again decrease to 9.1. Okay. So they also estimated the agricultural growth rate to be 3%, industrial to be 10.9%, and services to be 10.4%. So this India Ratings and Research is 100% owned by Fitch Group, and you know Moody's, Standard & Poor and Fitch Group are the world's top 3 big rating agencies, and this India Ratings and Research is headquartered in Mumbai. So next coming to question where, so when is the Micro Small Medium Sized Enterprises Day observed globally? So when is the Micro Small Medium Sized Enterprises Day observed globally? The answer is 27th June. The answer is 27th June. So on 27th June, this day is observed to celebrate the work of MSMEs. So the theme for this year is MSME 2021, a key to an inclusive and sustainable recovery. And why MSMEs are very important? Because according to United Nations, 90% of the business are generated by these MSMEs, and they provide nearly 70% of employment and also 50% of contribution to the world's GDP. So these are the benefits of having MSMEs, micro, small, medium sized enterprises, and this day is celebrated on 27th June. So the next question, who has been appointed as the acting Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India? So who has been appointed as the acting Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India? Answer is Suresh N. Patel. So Suresh N. Patel will be your acting Vigilance Commissioner in the place of Sanjay Kothari, who recently retired on June 23rd. So he is the only one Vigilance Commissioner who is present in the body today. So Chief Vigilance Commission generally is headed by the CVC, the Chief Vigilance Commissioner, and maximum of 2 Vigilance Commissioners. But as of now, only Patel is the only Vigilance Commissioner. So the appointments for Chief Vigilance Commissioner and one more Vice Vigilance Commissioner is going to be conducted by the Union Government. Until then, our Vigilance Commissioner Suresh N. Patel will be the acting CVC. So this CVC, Chief Vigilance Commission, was formed in 1964 on the recommendations of the K. Santhanam Committee. So K. Santhanam Committee has gave recommendation to form CVC, the Chief Vigilance Commission. So the CVC, the Chief Vigilance Commissioner, is appointed by the President on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha. The Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha. The Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha. So these are few points about the Chief Vigilance Commissioner's appointment. So tomorrow you will get the Chief Vigilance Commissioner appointment, maybe in a 1 or 2 weeks. So please remember, so who appoints the Chief Vigilance Commissioner? It is the President on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha. Okay. So we'll go into the next question, where the Jharkhand State Cricket Association has signed a memorandum of understanding with Steel Authority of India Limited to set up the state's 3rd international cricket stadium at So the Jharkhand State Cricket Association has signed a memorandum of understanding with SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, to set up the state's third international cricket stadium at which place? Answer is Bokaro. Answer is Bokaro. So the Jharkhand State Association as well as the SAIL Bokaro Steel Plant, so they are setting up the cricket stadium at Bokaro. If this is completed, it will be the third stadium in Jharkhand. So Jamshedpur, Ranchi already have stadiums. Now it will be Bokaro who will have the stadium. So next, going into the details, an MOU is signed between the Bokaro Steel Plant, where Bokaro Steel Plant will provide 20 acres of land to the Jharkhand State Cricket Association for nearly 33 years. So they will construct this cricket stadium. So this cricket stadium is coming in the Bokaro Steel Plant township. It will be the first stadium which is going to be constructed in a township, in a steel plant township. So also remember points like the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren, and the Governor of Jharkhand, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, and the full form of SAIL is Steel Authority of India Limited. So please by heart. So next question, where recently this encrypted message application Wickr is acquired by which country? So recently the encrypted messaging application Wickr, which is prominently used in the American government agencies, this app Wickr. So this is acquired by which company, which tech company? So answer is Amazon. So Amazon Web Services, which is a part of Amazon, so they acquired this Wickr company for an undisclosed amount. So Wickr is an encrypted message service mainly used by the government agencies in USA. So this offers a secure communication of business, government agencies and individuals. So because people are moving towards work from home culture and online culture, so the secure communications are very much required. So other competitors of Wickr are like the Facebook, WhatsApp, Apple's iMessage and Signal. So Signal, iMessage, WhatsApp, they are competitors for this messaging app Wickr. So this Wickr will help people, all these encrypted apps, mobile messaging apps, they allow people to send messages which cannot be encrypted or intercepted by these law enforcement authorities. So these messaging apps, they provide security. They provide services where the law enforcement authorities can't intercept your messages. They can't read your messages. Okay. So also remember points like Wickr is formed in 2012, headquartered in New York. Amazon founded in 1994, headquartered in Seattle, Washington State. It's not Washington DC, it's Washington State. Please remember, there is a state in USA called the Washington. Okay. So next, coming to one more question, where Ashabad was named the world's most expensive city for the foreign workers in the cost of living survey 2021. So Ashabad was named the world's most expensive city. Then what is the rank of Mumbai? What is the rank of Mumbai in this cost of living survey 2021? Answer is 78. Answer is 78. So the cost of living survey was conducted by Merkin, which is an American asset management firm which is headquartered in New York City. So they surveyed nearly 209 cities based on the cost of expenses like mainly housing, food and transport. So rank 1 was achieved by Ashabad because it's very costly there. Next is Hong Kong. Third is Beirut, the Lebanon's capital. 4 is Tokyo, Japan's capital, and 5 is Zurich in Switzerland. And the least expensive city is Bishkek of Kyrgyzstan, the capital of Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. Bishkek is the least expensive city. So when coming to India, Mumbai remains the India's most expensive city at 78 rank, and other cities in the list are New Delhi at 117, Chennai at 158, Bengaluru at 170 and Kolkata at 181. Okay, so please remember these points. So next, coming to a question where, so which bank has partnered with Paisabazaar to launch the Step Up credit card? So which bank has partnered with Paisabazaar to launch the Step Up credit card? Answer is SBM Bank. Answer is SBM Bank. So Paisabazaar, they have a long-term growth strategy. So they want to provide credit cards, credit to people who doesn't have a credit card or doesn't have a credit score or having a bad credit history. So Paisabazaar is providing credit card mainly to this particular section where they don't have credit cards, they have poor credit history. So but only they will provide a credit card on having a fixed deposit. So Paisabazaar will provide credit cards to SBM Bank depositors. Mainly people who are having deposit in SBM Bank, they will be provided this Step Up credit card. Okay, it's like a security. So this fixed deposit will back up your credit card. So also remember about the Paisa Bazaar formed in 2014, headquartered Gurugram. SBM India Bank is formed in 1994, headquartered in Mumbai. So SBM India Bank is a wholly owned subsidiary of the State Bank of Mauritius. So State Bank of Mauritius has 100% stake in the SBM India Bank Limited. Okay. So next is, who among the following has won the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix? So who won the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix? Answer is Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen won the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix, and second by Lewis Hamilton, and in the third position is by the Valtteri Bottas. So these three are the top three rankers in the Styrian Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen, it is the fourth win for him in this 2021 Formula 1 season. So with this victory, he now leads the 2021 Drivers' Championship standings with 156 points, next by Lewis Hamilton with 138 points. Okay, so Max Verstappen, so very important, please remember he is always in news because of his victories. So the Styrian Grand Prix is a Formula 1 motor racing which is generally held at Styria, like a province in Austria called Styria, where the circuit is located in. So it is differentiated from the Austrian Grand Prix because the same circuit, the same racing track is used for two Grand Prix. So one is called the Styrian Grand Prix, the other is called the Austrian Grand Prix. So the Styrian Grand Prix was launched in 2020, and the second event happened this year 2021. So first event was won by Lewis Hamilton, second event was won by the Max Verstappen. Okay, so we'll go into the next question, where who is the author of this book, Fiercely Female, the Dute Chand story, Fiercely Female, Dute Chand story? The answer is Sundeep Mishra. The answer is Sundeep Mishra. Sundeep Mishra is the author of Dute Chand story. So this story about the detailed controversy of the gender identity of the Dute Chand. So how she faced this gender identity controversy. So this controversy will begin in the 2014 Commonwealth Games, where she was made ineligible to compete as a female athlete because of her higher levels of testosterone in her body. So the International Association of Athletics Federation, they banned her from participating in the Commonwealth Games. Then she approached the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Lausanne. She won the case and the ban was suspended by the court, and she participated. So her achievements, Dute Chand, her achievements in the history are, in 2019, she was the first Indian to win a gold medal in the 100 meters event at the World Universiade in Naples. She was the first Indian to win gold medal in the 100 meter event at the World Universiade in Naples. Okay. So the next question, who becomes the joint top scorer in the men's international football? So who becomes the joint top scorer in the men's international football? Answer is Cristiano Ronaldo. So Cristiano Ronaldo is the top giant scorer along with the Iran legend Ali Dia. So Ali Dia currently is the top scorer with 109 goals in 149 matches, and Cristiano Ronaldo also he also achieved this feat by getting 109 goals in 176 matches. Now both of them are sharing the first place in the top scorer goals in the international football. So Ali Dia and Cristiano Ronaldo, both of them are sharing the first place. So he achieved this feat, Cristiano Ronaldo, he achieved this feat in the Euro 2020 match against France. So he plays for Portugal. So Portugal versus France in the Euro 2020 match, he achieved this feat and he made Portugal win this game. So this Euro 2020 is a football championship mainly organized by the European countries, mainly the Union of European Football Associations. So this tournament is conducted in 11 cities in the 11 organizing countries. Okay, so these are the details about Euro 2020. We'll go into the next question. Who has been granted this year the Spanish Princess of Asturias Literacy Award? So who has been granted this year the Spanish Princess of Asturias Literacy Award? Answer is Emmanuel Carrere. Emmanuel Carrere. So he won the Spanish Princess of Asturias Literacy Award. So Emmanuel Carrere is mainly a non-fiction writer. So earlier he is very famous for his book called The Adversary, which was published in 2000. So he achieved this prestigious Spanish Princess of the Asturias Literacy Award. So it's a total 50,000 euro award, which is handed out every year annually in a lavish ceremony normally conducted in October by the president, the King Felipe VI, who is the president of this foundation, Asturias Foundation. So he will present the award. So this is about the Spanish award, Spanish Princess of Asturias Literacy Award, which was achieved by Emmanuel Carrari. So next question is, which Indian state has topped the India Smart Cities Award Contest 2020? So which state has topped the Indian Smart City Award? Answer is Uttar Pradesh. Answer is Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh tops the Indian Smart City Awards Contest 2020. So 2020 awards, in Uttar Pradesh tops the award. So if you can see here, Uttar Pradesh ranked first overall states rank, second is Madhya Pradesh, third is Tamil Nadu. In the cities rank, Indore is first, Surat is second. So when coming to climate smart cities assessment framework, 4-star rating. So these all cities, Surat, Indore, Ahmedabad, Pune, Vijayawada, Rajkot, Visakhapatnam, Pimpri, Chinchwada, Vadodara, all of them achieved ranks. We'll go into the next question. Who has been honored with the highest civilian award of Mongolia, the Order of Polar Star? So who was honored with the highest civilian award of Mongolia, the Order of Polar Star? Answer is Rakesh Agarwal. So Rakesh Agarwal is the chairman and managing director of EIC, Engineers India Limited. So he was honored with the Order of Polar Star by His Excellency the President of Mongolia. So Rakesh Agarwal is mainly honored because of his outstanding contribution towards the establishment of the first ever oil refinery in the country of Mongolia. So it was presented to him by the ambassador of Mongolia to India, Gonchon Ganbol. So you can see in the picture, Gonchon Ganbol, the ambassador, is presenting the award to Mr. Rakesh Agarwal. So this Order of Polar Star is generally the prestigious top award of the presented by the President of Mongolia, mainly recognizes individuals who contributed immense contribution to the prosperity of Mongolia and also in the fields of art, culture, science and humanities. So why was this award given? So this award was given because of his contribution towards oil refinery. So if you go into the picture, a line of credit worth USD 1 billion was given by the government of India to Mongolia, and Mongolia decided to construct their first oil refinery. And Engineers India Limited, which is Indian company, Indian public sector unit, so they got the contract of the project management consultancy services. So they got this consultancy services, and the CMD of this company is Rakesh Agarwal, who contributed for the development of this oil refinery. So this Engineers India Limited is formed in 1965. It is under the control of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, which provide engineering and related technical services for the petroleum refineries, which is headquartered in Delhi. And also remember points like the Mongolia's capital Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's currency Mongolian Tugrik, and Mongolia's president Ukna Kurulshuk. So please remember very important points. So the last question for today, which Indian state has become the first state in the country to be rabies free? So which state in India is the first to become rabies free? Answer is Goa. So Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has declared that Goa is rabies free and not even a single case is registered in the last 3 years. This is mainly achieved because of their Mission Rabies project. Under this project, 5.4 lakh people were vaccinated against rabies, and a 24-hour rabies surveillance was established mainly to respond for a rapid response for dog bite victims. And a few points about rabies. Rabies is a viral disease which is mainly spread to dog bites. So this rabies infection mainly causes encephalomyelitis, which creates an inflammation of brain and spinal cord, which affects the central nervous system. So usually in a year worldwide, nearly there are 24,000 to 60,000 deaths because of rabies. So that is why we need to take vaccination against rabies. We need to prevent this rabies virus from spreading. Also remember points like the Governor of Goa, Bhagat Singh Kosharia, and the Chief Minister of Goa, Pramod Sawant. Okay, so these are the MCQs as of now. So we'll meet in the next class. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. So for PDFs, so this PDF is available in our Telegram channel. So go and subscribe our Telegram channel. So we also launched our Career Power app, Hyderabad app, Career Power Hyderabad. So we'll provide the link in the description. So please download the app. We are providing a lot of online courses for Bank SSC, RRB, and also we are starting our offline classes from July 1st. So please visit our branches, Dilshuknagar and Amirpet, for further details. So we provide presently classes for Bank SSC, RRB. So do visit our branch or please call our branch for any queries. So thank you one and all.